combination was nice.
All right, September marks Healthy Aging Month. The perfect time to start taking a look in the mirror and asking, how well am I aging? How well am I doing?
You're doing really well, Sean.
You're
following my advice, and you're aging very well. Kudos.
Well, some of us want to know the answer of how we can do it. America's Fitness Doctor, Dr. Rob's in the house with 5 easy ways to fight off getting older, Dr. Rob. But before we do, you got a little quiz for us, right?
We do have a quiz.
Let's see if
take a
people
look
at
at
home
some
will
of these
know.
things.
All right.
So the first question: the oldest living human being lived to what ripe old age? Do you have any idea, Sean?
I'm going to go with C, 122 years.
And that would be right. 122 years young.
And that's amazing.
And a woman. Not surprising that it was a woman?
Yeah.
Nope.
No. It's not surprising, because that leads us to the next question on the quiz is, drum roll.
Here it comes. We're going to get that question.
It's still a drum roll for that quiz.
So the next question is,
okay.
Where did this
where did this
human being, where did she live? In what spectacular country did she manage to get to 122?
I don't think it's America.
No, it was the beautiful country of France.
Okay.
France.
Oh,
Yes.
I see. France it was. What do you think it is in France?
I think it's a combination of the healthy living, lifestyle, a little bit of the French paradox. They eat the fatter foods, but they do drink the wine.
Right.
And then we'll have some other things that we can comment on later that I think the French and the Italians do really well.
And last question for us.
Last question. Which sex has the longest lifespan? Is it men or women?
Well, if you already said women, but I would go with men. I would think, as alpha males out there, that we would live longer. But apparently not. It is women, right?
It is women. Okay. And we'd like to think that maybe men could live longer.
Yeah.
But on average, men live to about 75 years of age, and women, they outdo us by 5 whole years. They usually make it to around 80 years of age. But guess what? I have tips today that can help slow Mother Nature down so that you can expand your lifespan and have a high quality of life.
Well, let me just preface it by saying his 5 tips are, you've seen so many patients in your years of working. So basically what you did is you put together, you talked to all these patients that are older and found out what works best for them, right?
I have been fortunate enough to have the privilege of taking care of just some wonderful people over the years. And what I've noticed with a lot of my elderly patients is that there's a unifying theme about the things that they do that have helped them live a very successful life, a meaningful life, and a healthy older life. And some of those things are, and we know about, eat healthy. You have to eat healthy foods.
Right.
You have to exercise on a regular basis. But not only exercise your body, you need to exercise your mind.
Now, what's the next
Now,
one?
these are the interesting ones that I always find just so intriguing. The unifying theme: be true to who you are and know yourself. Most of my elderly patients say they followed their heart. They listened to what their minds and their bodies told them to pursue in life, and they found happiness, and that happiness made them healthy. Another thing I noticed that they always said was they didn't leave any regrets. The things that they wanted to do in life, what they wanted to pursue, they went after. And went after, they shot for the stars, but maybe hit the moon, but at least they tried. So leave no regrets.
And the last one.
Yes, and I think this is probably the most important one. Have love for everyone and everything. And just surround yourself with love. Be love. Share love. Give love to everyone. And I notice with a lot of my elderly patients that these 5 things help them to live to a nice, ripe old age. And I'd like to find out here in Dayton, we were looking last night, trying to figure out who's the oldest person living in Dayton. And so maybe what we could have you do is, if you have a friend or family member who's over 100 years old, hit us up on Facebook.
Sure.
Give us a message on Facebook. Let's see if we can't find the oldest living person in Dayton.
That would be interesting to know. If you know who the oldest person is, write to us on Facebook. Living Dayton, go to Facebook. Just post it on there. We'll comment on it later. Dr. Rob, America's Fitness Doctor, Dr. Rob, in the house and alphamaleinstitute.com. Thanks so much for sharing your knowledge with us.
Always good to be here.